Today we're going to answer the prompt, rewrite the ending to the mitten. To do that, we should go back and look to see how the story ended. Well, if we look here, let's listen.
At last, a black cricket came by. "This is a nice place," he said. "We do not have any space," said the animals in the mitten. But the black cricket went in, and just as he did, rip, snap, hop. When Lance came back, there was not a trace of Red Mitten left. So sad.
So his mitten, it got so big that it popped, or like it exploded, and so there's no pieces of it even left. Well, that's one ending. But we need to change the ending. Well, I like to think, what's the opposite of Lance not finding his mitten? Lance would find his mitten. So let's use that idea. So we're changing it because Lance is going to find his mitten, which means the cause changes too. So when the cricket climbs in, that's the cause. What should happen? Well, you know what? I think when I look over here, here's a little cricket. Here are all the animals. They're really stuffed in there. And here's a big barefoot. I feel like little cricket when he climbs in because he's small and his little antennae. I bet he tickles the animals. And that makes all of the animals want to wiggle out. So we're going to use that idea to help us save the mitten. So I'm going to write that down in my notes. So cricket tickles. These are just notes, just things to remember. And what happens after he tickles the animals? Well, the animals leave. So if the animals leave, let's think about what the mitten might look like. So take a look here. Look how big that mitten is getting. When he comes back, do you think the mitten will be the same size as it was, or do you think it'll be different? It's going to be different. It's going to be bigger. So there's going to be a big mitten there. So let's add that idea. Big mitten. And Lance finds it, right? So we said that's what we wanted to get to. So this was the effect. He finds it at the end. Now we're going to take all of our ideas and let's write this new ending. It's going to start with at the black cricket. What happens when the black cricket climbs in? So using that idea, we'll start with our first idea right here. The black cricket tickles the other animals. I need to go to a new line. The other animals. Okay, so then we used our first idea. We're going to check that one off. Okay, so what happens when he starts to tickle them? Well, I think I said all the animals start to wiggle. You know how you shake? So the animals all shake and wiggle. Oops, shake. I need to go to the next line. Shake and wiggle out of the mitten. Okay, we used our next idea. Okay, this idea says big mitten. What was I thinking when I wrote that? Can you remind me? Yeah, because the animals kind of stretch out the mitten. So the mitten is all stretched out. Go to the next line again. When, we're going to combine our last two ideas. When who finds it? When Lance, we can even say when Lance comes back. What a great story we have. Let's just check. We used Big Mitten and Lance finds it. I'm going to go ahead and check those ideas off. Let's read what we wrote. I'll highlight it as we go. So the black cricket tickles the other animals. The animals all shake and wiggle out of the mitten. The mitten is all stretched out when Lance comes back. Look, we changed the story. At least Lance found his mitten, but I don't know if it's going to fit on his little hand anymore. So friends, you can consider that when you're reading a story like a folktale. How could you change its ending?